Hello, beautiful muses. Welcome back to Cosmo Muse Tarot and to another 5-minute Friday for your yes and no and maybe questions. The usual disclaimers. It says 5-minute Friday in the title, but that's sort of a catchy way of just saying these are quick readings. Often they go, over 5 minutes to like 8 or so minutes. Also, you do you, ask whatever yes, no question you want. I'm just here to say that the answers that you will get will be more meaningful and coherent if these questions are things you're already energetically involved in rather than, fanciful type questions. But, sometimes those are fun. And I think that's kind of it. So we've got 4 different stones or piles for you to choose from. I kind of went with a green theme today. We've got pile 1, which is Malachite. Pile 2, we've got a green, sort of Aqua Calcite, I guess. Not fully green, it's more Aqua, I think. Pile 3, we've got a Jade worry stone. Trying to get the best natural light so you can see the green in this. It's a little dark. Okay, and then pile 4 is turquoise. All right, for those of you that like the breath work to help in your decision-making process, we'll do that now. So put your feet on the ground, feel the stability underneath you, and then take a deep breath in and suck that air up, up, up to the space between your eyes. Hold it, suck in a little more to add pressure there. And then with an out loud exhale, let it all out, which will open your crown chakra, and that pressure that you've put on the third eye will also ignite that, bringing in your higher self as well as some inspiration. So this is where you can pause if you need more time to do more breaths or your own process to feeling into the stones and the piles for the one that you that's drawing you in that has your answer. And we will start with pile 1, the Malachite, and I'll see you guys in your readings. Hello, pile 1. If this is you guys, you picked this beautiful Malachite stone, which is a new one to me. I picked up in Scottsdale, Arizona just recently. Anyway, a quick little intuitive hit I got from the stone, not necessarily having to do with the yes or no, but it might just add either a little interesting context to your reading or help you to identify that yes, this is the right pile for you. Is something about your question felt like you're maybe not in a bad way, but like out of your depths, like you've pushed yourself past a boundary you're used to. So something feels a little foreign or alien to you surrounding this inquiry. Anyway, so moving on to actually looking into whether we have a yes or a no here. I am using the transparent tarot this time. So we have 3 cards that we're going to lay out to see if we can tease out the yes or no with these. And to me, what I'm feeling is that this is a maybe. There's something that you need to weigh here. There's something you need to reconcile about like holding too much, literally holding too much on your back, like this person. And reaching a summit of some sort. I think there's a way that you can reach your goal or what you're trying to reach for or aspire for here through a much more simple process. This is not coming out very like a yes, no, but I just have to do what comes to me. So yeah, there really isn't a yes, no here. There's some guidance for you guys here. So it's more along the maybe line, but the guidance is saying if you want the best outcome here is you need to think about how to reach the peak, the summit, the aspiration, whatever this is for you, with a little bit more balance. It's like you've made things, you're caring too much, you've made things too complicated, too intricate. It's time to create some, weed out any dead weight, create some efficiency, create some processes that give you a lot more balance to your life in regard to whatever this question is. And it is this question, the yes is attainable, but it's only sustainable if you do this with more balance and more simplicity and more kind of process, like real refined, honed process here, that will allow you to not have to carry so much, like you're carrying more than is necessary, I feel like, and it's making things unbalanced, it's making it less attainable. Okay, and I love about these transparent tarots, you can then stack them and get like this whole other image going on. Oh, and I love that it's like there's little eyes and a mustache or something here. I mean, we can probably see a lot of different things in here, but yeah, I mean, the same thing is coming out. It's like you're weighed down for no reason. Things can be very simple here if you just kind of take a step back, is what I'm seeing with these eyes. Take a step back. Look at the long-term focus here. What is the outcome you want? Whatever long-term feels to you in this case, a month, a year, 2 years, 5 years. Take a step back, look at the long-term and the simplest steps to get to that long-term, and then look at what you're doing right now. And it's like, are you kind of missing the point? Like, weighted down in the details that are blinding you from, it's like this person's back is completely to this summit because they're like looking at all these details and picking everything up and looking at what's on the ground. It's like you're paying attention to details that are so unnecessary. And if you'll just take a step back and look at the bigger picture, there's a much simpler, more balanced, breath of fresh air way to go about this, that if you can do that, then you can get to the yes, to the summit. And it's going to require some refining and some elimination of certain things that aren't currently necessary. And maybe some prioritization. Maybe these things that are keeping you fixed on details don't have to do with this. And it's sort of like, is this a priority or not? I feel like with the image, this is a priority. And so maybe there's certain things that are less of a priority that you need to kind of put on the back burner for now. But that's up to you guys. So that's what I'll say about that. Let's look at the Astro cards to see what the stars want to say here. 5th house, passion. Yeah, I feel like whatever the yes is that you're looking for, it is. It's like there's a passion there, there's a creativity there, there's potential to be like a leader and a creative there, but you're kind of like, your eye is not on the prize. Exactly, Sagittarius. You need to, this is exactly the card that should come out. You need to believe in yourself. You need to start looking at the aim that you're shooting for that may feel out of your league, beyond your depths. And going back to what I felt with the stone, maybe there is this like insecurity or doubt of like, because you're shooting for something that's way out of your depths, but it's like, it is attainable. You just have to create systems and processes that are very refined. Make this a priority. Take other things off your plate for now. Put some other things on the back burner so you can really focus in order to expand, in order to move toward this whatever this yes is. And there's a way to do this that is balanced, that is not as complicated as it is seeming, either literally in your life or in your mind. And then Cancer, immerse. This is like a soul calling too. There's something that would really bring you fulfillment by making whatever you're inquiring about more of a priority, and really believing in yourself and trusting that inner voice, that inner knowing. You have an inner knowing about this. You have a depth about it. You have soulfulness around this. And you need to believe in that, and that you have something beautiful to like contribute here. That's very nourishing, not only to something outer world wise, but also nourishing to yourself inward wise. Lingam, yeah, you need to take action. This is saying like, stop sleeping on this, stop getting caught up in making this more complicated in your mind, or busying your stuff with other things to procrastinate, or making other things more of a priority than this. It's time to take action towards the thing you want to have as a priority. Okay, we've got 2 little oracles from the tea leaf. We got bird flying, news is on the way, and basket, recognition, reward for merit. And I feel like this is what's waiting for you if you take action. If you believe in yourself, you take action, you make this a priority, you will find recognition, you will find reward, and you will, I'm feeling more about the bird, like elevation. You will find your elevation. Life will lift up, life will feel more free, and you will get the connections, the communications, the associations you need to help you to move toward the summit of whatever this yes is. Okay, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. Beautiful yes, no reading. This is more of the maybe. It's a little bit up to you, but what I'm saying is believe in yourself because you can do it, but it's up to you to take some action here and to prioritize this more. All right, if this resonated, I always appreciate the very simplest way to support me is a thumbs up. I also love reading little comments, and definitely subscribe if you want more of these. All right, see you guys. Hello, pile 2. If this is you guys, you picked the green or Aqua Calcite. And just before we get into the cards, an intuitive hit I got from this stone that will either add a little context to the reading, but not necessarily deciphering a yes/no, or it might help you to recognize if this is the correct pile for you, is as I was picking cards and sort of meditating on the stone, it did feel like there's like some dissociation going on, like you're ejecting from your body in a way when whatever this question revolves around, when that kind of comes up. It's like you're either flooded about this, triggered, or there's some trauma here, which if there is, I'm really sorry to hear that. But it might just be more of like a feeling of being flooded, so it's just easy to kind of eject from your body. Whatever the case, there is a sense of something dissociated when this subject comes up. Okay, let's get into the cards and see if we can decipher what's going on here, as well as kind of tease out a yes or no with the tarot. We've got the transparent tarot this time, so we will look at them individually, and then we will also stack these. So Knight of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and 4 of Cups. It's very interesting. I'm feeling that this 4 of Cups is really connected to what I was saying about the stone. There's something you're needing to meditate on. There's something overwhelming. And that's the sense I got for most of you. This is more of a flooded thing or an overwhelm where you're needing some time and some space here. And I almost want to separate this for a second to then focus on what's going on here. Because this is more about a sensation I'm feeling, and this might be more about the subject matter. Both of these figures have the same, they're both reaching out. It's like one is either offering or asking for something, offering something or asking for something, and this one's like admiring something. Yeah, I just feel a lot of confusion. It's like, sorry, I'm just trying to sort this out, what's kind of coming in here, but it's sort of like, it's almost like a split has happened, a fracture, where it's like, on one hand, it's like there's something about this question where you feel like you have the resources and you can do this on your own, and then on the other hand, you vacillate. Like sometimes you fully feel like you have full control of what's going on around this question, and then the next minute you feel like vacant around it and like a need for support or help, or a need to give too much of what you have. That's what I'm feeling, is there's like a leak going on that you need to contain, because you have plenty. But you get stuck in this trap of feeling like you have to give and give and give because you have plenty, to the point that then when you ask in return, people like turn a cold shoulder on you and you feel sort of alone. And yeah, sorry you guys, this is a lot. This is probably going to go way over on the time, but it feels very complicated, whatever's going on here. Just because you have a lot to give doesn't mean that you have to give to everyone that asks of you, or that's depending on you for something, seemingly. I don't get the impression that people actually need to depend on you. There may be a slight addiction to like being needed here. That's another thing to kind of sort out and detangle. But it's like you need to put a stop to some sort of leak that's happening around your financial and emotional resources, because you have a lot of both of these in regard to what this subject matter is. Maybe not in a holistic way, but like whatever your question revolves around, it's like there's a plentiness associated with it that you have. But it makes you and it makes others think as well. It's like you have a sense and others have a sense that because of that, you're supposed to give and give and give. And it leaves you depleted on the emotional level. Because when you ask for support back, in whatever form of support you particularly need around this concern, question, whatever, others don't turn around and give it to you. They're willing to take and you're willing to give, but when you ask, it's like the back is turned, and so it leaves you very emotionally insecure and drained and overwhelmed. And yeah, it's like there's dissociation happening instead of facing the pattern of what's going on here. So what is the yes, no here? What is even the question? Again, this is really weird. I'm not really getting so far straightforward yes, no's. What I'm getting here for you guys is you need to take control of whatever this leak is, whatever this pattern is that's creating a leak. Let's look at these together. You need to give to yourself. That's what the answer to this is. I know it's not a yes, no, or maybe, but that's what's coming. And sometimes, you know, the point of any of my readings is to find sort of the highest good, the highest potential. And that's just what's coming out here. It's not a real straightforward yes, no, and Spirit's just saying, like, what you need to know is you need to give to yourself right now. It doesn't matter how much you perceive yourself to have or others perceive you to have. That's not the point at the moment. The point is you need to take care of yourself at the moment. You need to ask for support, you need to give to yourself, and you need to give yourself some meditative, detached rest time that you need to kind of maybe see a certain pattern that's going on and to get your needs, identify your needs and get your needs met. Okay, let's look at what the astrology has to say here. Midheaven, so this could be more of a career type thing going on, relationship. Oh, everything's pulling at you. Yeah, relationships and career are both pulling on you, but the reason why you're needing to focus on you right now and give to yourself and find the support you need and things to support you right now, you to give to yourself right now, is there's a destined moment coming that's going to require you to feel full and to feel your passion and your spark. And this is forcing you to take a time out so that you can recharge, because something destined is coming that probably has nothing to do with what your question is about. Yeah, that's what's come through. That's what I can say here. You need your cup to be filled right now and some space to recharge right now, because something unexpected is coming that's destined that you're going to need energy for. But that's exciting, and not that you need energy for it because it's difficult, because it's exciting. Because it's going to give you a sense of clarity and direction and passion that you need to, it's like prove what's coming through to me, like prove to the universe that you know how to take care of yourself. And once you can do that, that's when this destined moment will present itself. Okay. Yeah, your heart chakra. Get out of your head and into your heart. Let your heart lead the way right now. It knows how to get you from where you are to this destined moment that should be exciting. Okay, a couple other things. Eagle, this is such a encouragement, triumph over troubles and obstacles. So this is like a message from Spirit saying that you know what to do. You have the capability to do it. You're gonna do it. Just do it. Sort of ridiculous, sorry. And then ear, good news, and that's the North Node thing. That's the destiny, something coming that's, positive. So I kind of feel like whatever your question is about, you just need, it's not really a yes, no, maybe. It's just saying, well, it doesn't matter what your question's about right now. You just need to take care of yourself. And lean into the capability that you have, and you have to fix this weird pattern that's happening and take care of yourself, fill your cup, and then this really exciting thing that has nothing to do with what you're asking, but that Spirit is pushing through. It's good news, something destined, something exciting coming. All right, sorry, way over the time I like to allot for these, but that happens sometimes. This felt like a complicated energy that we really had to detangle. So there we go. Anyway, if this resonated, I always appreciate a thumbs up. It's a super simple way to support me. Little comments are great to read as well, and definitely subscribe if you want more of these. All right, see you guys. Hello, pile 3. If this is you guys, you picked this Jade Worry Stone. And just a quick intuitive hit I got off of this, not necessarily about the yes or no, but it might add either context or some confirmation about this being the right pile. It was kind of a simple, there's not much to add from this as I usually get. It was just like something, there's just like a positive association here that is accurate to be felt positive. So we'll see how that might add to things. Okay, so to tease out the yes or no, I have 3 tarot cards that we're gonna check out. And they're the transparent tarot. So we're gonna look at them individually, but then also stacked on top of each other for a whole nother image to come through as well. So the Phoenix Rising, 6 of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Yeah, to me, what I'm just feeling is like really is you're in sync with your intuition. It's leading you in the right direction towards some sort of a rebirth, like a positive judgment, a positive turn of events, a positive sort of leading you towards positivity also in a financial way where there's more support coming in or more exchange and more flourishing coming in materially. So, I mean, this definitely is a yes. I'm just sort of teasing out context. Let's look at these stacked real quick. Let's see if we get anything interesting here. Yeah, I mean, it feels like you've been down in your depths doing a lot of work, really getting in touch with your soul. And something's really about to rebirth because you've done such solid work. Like you're going to be on fire soon. And just trust your intuition. It's leading you right. It's leading you in positive ways right now. And you know that the association I got with the stone was like, you feel something positive, and rightfully so. And this is just confirming that, yeah, trust your intuition. It is, in fact, that positivity being felt is in line with what the universe would say. And yeah, it's leading you to some sort of rebirth and judgment, Phoenix rising from the ashes type of moment, where it's like you know your worth and you know what kind of support you deserve as well. Okay, let's look at some astrology here. We've got the 12th house. I get this card all the time in these snow readings. Sun, Jupiter. I mean, the sun and Jupiter together, you can't really ask for a better concoction. And then the 12th house is something a little bit more either mystical, spiritual, compassionate, artistic, coming through here. But yeah, you're really about to come into a spotlight moment, really finding your quality of light and how you shine, and really expanding in a new way. and able to hold a lot, really bring meaning to your life as well, and whatever this has to do with. Okay, let's see. We've got dormant. Yeah, I think this is where you're coming from. You have been dormant. You've been down in your depths doing a ton of work, and it's really about to pay off. Sometimes we need those dormant moments to really get into our own knowing, get into our own inner world and understanding of who we are and what we want and what our essence is and what makes us feel fulfilled. And I feel like you've done in that dormancy, in that dream time, you've really sourced the things you've needed and created just like a really beautiful foundation in your depths, a really solid ground to stand on, and that's about to really pay off for you. Okay, last we just have a couple of tea leaf oracles. Mice, discord among friends or family, and mountain, major challenge to overcome. I feel like this is part of what drove you down into your depths, is there was discord in your sort of community, whether that's friends or family or both, and it's sort of like you needed to go within and figure out what your best kind of way forward through that is, and I think you know that now. So I feel like this will be waning, all of this beautiful energy, and you know, coming out with that 12th house, that is where there's a lot of complexity. But I feel like you're coming out of this and you probably know exactly how to overcome whatever that challenge is, whatever these discordant issues or feelings are, and knowing how to hold compassion and hold a lot of space for this, but take care of yourself at the same time. So just like a lot of maturity that's coming through, that's really allowing you to kind of step above the discord and just find some forgiveness more for you to kind of move on and connect to what your soul's needing you to do for your own development right now. And you'll overcome, yeah, you're on that precipice of like overcoming this and just like stepping above it and really stepping into your moment, is what I'm feeling. So, all right, beautiful. Great message for you guys. If this resonated, I always appreciate a thumbs up. It's the easiest way to support me. And definitely it's fun to read little comments, and for sure subscribe if you are not yet, if you want more of these. All right, see you guys. Hello, pile 4. Welcome to your yes, no, maybe reading. You guys picked the turquoise stone, kind of a green turquoise too. And just a quick intuitive hit I got from this stone as I was shuffling out your cards it was just a very simple, and this mostly is to add context to the reading, but it also could help you to decipher whether this is in fact the pile for you. It was just a simple reading. It was like just like the word joy and luck came. So it doesn't have to do with the yes, no, but there is, I mean, that's a fortunate thing, you know, that definitely influences maybe how I'll read the cards. But yeah, it was just very simple. Joy, luck, good fortune kind of thing. Okay, we are going to lay out the tarot cards to see if we can tease out the actual yes, no now. And these are from the transparent tarot. So we're going to look at them individually, but then we will also stack them to get a different image coming through as well. Yeah, so this is sort of like I am going to pull in what I felt about this stone into how I'm reading these cards, because that is sort of what makes sense to me. What I'm feeling is that you're coming from a place, whatever this question has to do with, of like it was stuck for a long time, and you've really had to find your heart and your spine, a sense of courage to, it's like you had to pull this out of you in order to fight your way into things about this question, in order to claim what was yours, and in order to kind of break out of feeling sort of walled off from belonging where you should belong. And you're now stepping into, it's like you've had some victory and this is stuff you've already done. It's like you've done what I've already been talking about, or else you're right on the precipice of it if you haven't already. But for those of you that, and I'm feeling the majority of you, like this is where you're at right now, you have stepped out of this zone to really fight your way out of some rut and some like imposter syndrome, to really stake your claim of like, I belong here, I'm good enough to be here, I have what it takes, and I will show you, I will compete to show you. I feel like you've done this and you've had some wins, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I made this in my head so much bigger than it actually was, and I'm just fine here. There's not a problem here. And so you're now stepping into this Queen of Cups place of really being able to come towards this question with like a really deep ability to give nurturing and nourishment, and have people under you both doing things for you, but you protecting them, and like just this regality coming through of you stepping into your power, of really having exactly what it is needed for what you've been dreaming of doing or being, or whatever this question connects to for you. But just like, yeah, I mean, you're just stepping into your power with a lot of heart and a lot of tenderness and a lot of nourishment to give, and feeling really strong in that and capable in that, of holding things and molding things, and just feeling alive in your power, and recognizing your power and owning your power. Okay, let's look at these stacks. So this is a yes. For some of you, you've kind of come through it, and for some of it, you still have to go through it. But some of you are in this moment of like really owning and claiming your space, and some of you are on your way towards that. Yeah, I'm just seeing you've done a lot of work to get yourself out of a rut. I think there's maybe still some emotional lodging of things in your body. Even though you've broken out of this, you still need to process some stuff out of your body, of like how difficult this was for you. So just a little bit of added something there, but a yes overall, and really connecting to your heart, to your command, to your strength, and really believing in yourself is just coming through, which is like the stone, the stuff coming through from the stone is paving the way for more joy, more levity, and more luck to come through. Okay, let's see what the astrology cards have to say. We've got Moon with perception, 3rd house with communication. Yeah, to me, for a lot of you, this question has something to do with belonging. And you conquering that, really finding your space. Yeah, conjunction alliance. 3rd house is sort of community, and the moon can have a lot to do with feeling at home or feeling stable somewhere. But all of these, it's like, yeah, alliances, belonging, community. You're starting to see where you belong and claim where you belong and feel belonged, your own sense of belonging more stably and more lightly, more joyfully, more beautifully. Okay, let's see what our oracle cards have. Limbo. Yeah, I think you've had, it's a spectrum of people here is what I'm feeling. Is some of you are still working towards this, getting out of that limbo, out of that rut, out of that sense of imposter syndrome, or just unsure of your belonging or connection. And some of you have come out of that place of limbo and are now feeling that lighter joy and luck coming in. But for all of you, this is where it's going. It's moving from limbo, moving from a rut, moving from imposter syndrome around whatever your question and inquiry is about, toward you claiming your space, feeling strong in your belonging, feeling alive and joyful in it, and really feeling that connection, that and those alliances that are right. Okay, last two, we've got some tea leaves, we've got clouds, you had temporary problems, I think you went into limbo to figure that out. Rainbow, the most difficult part of the situation is over. And that's what I've sensed for most of you, is that you've kind of come over the hump with this, and you're moving more and more and more toward smooth sailing, out of those temporary problems, out of that little rut, out of that belittling of yourself, into really claiming yourself and owning your space and seeing the light and feeling a lightness. So yeah, really beautiful. Great work to all of you wherever you are on this journey, but I feel like the majority of you are mostly over the hump here. So beautiful work, whatever you did. All right, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. If this resonated, the easiest way you can support me is just a quick, simple thumbs up. And I always love reading little comments if you have something to say, and definitely subscribe if you're not yet, if you want more of these. All right, I'll see you guys.